Welcome to another episode of The Art of a Meaningful Life, where we explore the deepest desires of the human heart: to love, to matter, and to leave something behind that endures. In this episode, we're diving deep into the timeless question: how do we live a life that not only leaves a lasting impact, but that we can also be proud of? Join us as we learn from some of the most insightful minds from across the globe and discover practical wisdom that you can apply to shape your own path toward fulfillment. Our panelists: Dr. Maya El-Amin, neuroscientist and philosopher of consciousness. Dr. Maya El-Amin brings her deep understanding of the brain and the ways in which our minds are wired for meaning and connection. She'll walk us through the science behind why we seek purpose and how we can shape our sense of self through the habits and emotions that influence our lives. Imani Rivera, global humanitarian and founder of Echoes of Change. Imani's life work has been rooted in service, empathy, and making a tangible difference in the world. From war zones to boardrooms, she shares real-life stories of how love in action can lead to global change and personal fulfillment. Kai Nakamura, minimalist entrepreneur and best-selling author of The Quiet Path Kai, brings an Eastern perspective on simplicity and mindfulness, showing us how to strip away distractions and realign with our deeper purpose. Through his teachings on legacy, he helps us see how to create a life that focuses on what truly matters. What is a life well lived? Let's start with the big question. What does it mean to live a life well lived? Dr. Maya, you work extensively with the mind. From a neuroscientific perspective, how can we define a meaningful life?
Great question. If we break it down, our brains are wired to seek connection, purpose, and meaning. We're constantly trying to find ways to validate our existence. While success might often be measured by wealth or fame, our brains prioritize emotional fulfillment, nurturing relationships, finding purpose, and experiencing joy. A life well lived, therefore, isn't about what we accumulate. It's about how we feel when we connect, love, and serve others.
That's powerful. So, a life well lived could be about nurturing the emotional and relational aspects of our lives, not just external achievements.
Exactly. And research shows that these emotional connections are key to happiness. We don't always have control over the hardships we face, but we do have control over how we respond and how we make meaning of those experiences.
Love as the central thread. Host: Imani, your work with Echoes of Change focuses on love in action. Can you talk about how love plays a role in living a meaningful life?
Love, to me, is the most transformative force. It's not just about what we feel, it's about what we do. Love pushes us to serve others, to empathize with those in pain, and to work for justice and peace, whether it's in the most difficult environments or even in our everyday interactions. Love, shown through action, makes a tangible difference in the world. In my travels, I've seen how acts of love, whether small or large, can change lives. The impact is real, and it's not always about receiving something in return. SO1.
So love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice, an action we take daily.
Exactly. It's about showing up and being present. In my experience, when we choose love over indifference, it has the power to heal, to build, and to make the world a better place.
Kai, you've written extensively about the concept of legacy. What does it mean to leave the world better, and how can someone begin to shape their legacy today?
Legacy is fascinating because it's both intentional and accidental. You can consciously create a legacy through your actions, but often, it's the things you do without even thinking that leave the most profound impact. A legacy isn't just about wealth or fame, it's about the values we instill, the relationships we build, and the communities we touch. Every day is an opportunity to shape that legacy, whether through the people we love, the art we create, or the kindness we show.
Host: So a legacy can be something we build incrementally, day by day, rather than a grand singular accomplishment.
Absolutely. When we live intentionally and focus on what matters most, we build a legacy that speaks to the kind of life we've led. And it's often the smallest moments, those personal acts of love and mindfulness that create the deepest, most lasting impact.
Finally, let's talk about the ultimate test of a meaningful life, the deathbed test. What do you think truly matters when we reach the end of our lives?
At the end of our lives, I think it's less about the titles we've held or the things we've acquired. What matters is knowing we lived authentically and meaningfully, connecting with others and contributing to something greater than ourselves.
I agree. The legacy we leave is often not about what we did for ourselves, but what we did for others. Whether we made a positive impact on someone's life, whether we offered kindness, forgiveness, or love, that's what will truly matter in the end.
For me, the deathbed test is simple. Did I live according to my values? Did I focus on what truly matters? And did I leave the world a little better than I found it?
Takeaways. As we wrap up, here are a few takeaways that you can start applying to your life today. Build daily habits that align with your values. Start small, whether it's through love, connection, or service. Make choices that reflect the person you want to be. Embrace love as action. Practice love in your daily life. Show up for others, forgive, and be present in your relationships. What's one act of kindness you can do today? Reframe legacy. Your legacy isn't just what you leave behind. It's the choices you make each day. What impact are you having on those around you right now? Use the deathbed test as a compass. Reflect on what truly matters to you. Take time each day to align your actions with those values and course correct when necessary. As you reflect on today's episode, we'd love to hear from you. Think about a time when love or purpose guided your actions. How did that shape your life? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you're feeling inspired, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more people with this message. Thank you for tuning into the Art of a Meaningful Life. Together, let's build a life well lived. Remember, help reach the unreached by all means possible. We encourage you to share this episode with a friend, family member, or colleague who might find it helpful. Join the conversation on social media and let's spread these powerful insights to inspire others. Until next time.